Welcome back to Notes Edition, where I read notes off of my phone. Today's note is called Why the Future of Crypto is So Disturbing. Quick disclaimer, this episode is not meant to spread doom and gloom. It's more so trying to warn against a future in order to avoid it. That said, let's dive in. There are 7 potential stages of dystopia that crypto has the potential to produce. Let's start with the most likely and work our way down to the least likely. Number 1, wealth inequality. Best case scenario, crypto will almost definitely exacerbate the imbalance of wealth and power in society. Whether intended or unintended, Bitcoin disparity will exponentially widen the wealth gap, both locally and globally. The first billion adopters of crypto will likely acquire more than 10 times the wealth of the second billion adopters of crypto. The asymmetric supply schedule of Bitcoin makes it increasingly scarce as demand expands exponentially alongside the rapid debasement of paper currencies. Late adopters will suffer perpetually, working harder and harder to the point of exhaustion, unaware that the paper money system they're using is sucking up all of their energy. Poverty will run rampant even in first world countries. Number 2, price manipulation. As institutional adoption increases, the crypto markets will be increasingly convoluted. Whoever has influence over a government's treasury would have ample opportunities to direct that money into markets that would drive up the valuation of their personal portfolio. We call this a severe conflict of interest, an insidious form of insider trading. Once a government acquired sufficient market share, they could put selling pressure on the price and buy back those very same assets when everything is cheap. When governments and financial institutions become whales, retail investors suffer the consequences. Number 3, mass surveillance. As cryptocurrencies become embedded into society through the financial infrastructure, surveillance will advance rapidly. Tracking financial activity will be automated, and a likely next step will be to connect surveillance infrastructure with blockchain and artificial intelligence. Policing a population of any size will become efficient and highly cost-effective. Exerting any display of force will become increasingly rare and unnecessary. As the cost of enforcement approaches zero, civil compliance will become ubiquitous, invisibly mandatory. Number 4, biometrics. As surveillance technology develops, so will the implementation of biometrics. Airports are already shifting from checking physical ID cards to employing facial recognition. As money moves from paper to crypto, biometric identity verification will create a natural bottleneck within polite society. In the same way that Disney now scans your fingerprint and Universal Studios scans your face upon entry, more and more of the places people want to go will require identification compliance via biometric data. Unsuspecting consumers will comply, unaware that their faces are irreplaceable. When you lose your debit card, you can get a new card. Your money and your identity can be separate. As crypto evolves, your money will be embedded onto your face, and you can't simply get a new one. Number 5, Metaverse Infrastructure. Mass surveillance and the implementation of biometric compliance will evolve alongside the cultural and technological advancement of the cyber economy, the digital age. A purely analog existence is becoming increasingly rare and prohibitively expensive. The metaverse, on the other hand, is rapidly evolving. We are in the early stages of infrastructure development. Millions of gamers are developing online communities, spending more time playing and socializing online than they are spending time with friends in person. Office jobs are rapidly transitioning to remote positions. More shopping and spending is done online than in store, and social media has already completely pervaded society. Virtual reality, however, is still in its infancy. Products like Apple Vision Pro still have low adoption and limited functionality. But as the metaverse evolves, you will be able to shop, socialize, and conduct business within a dimensional and completely immersive virtual environment. Crypto will co-evolve as the backbone of the metaverse, the new internet. While the technology is undeniably impressive, the implications are concerning. Real connection will be replaced with a digital facade. Spirituality may suffer as a consequence. Many people in society may naturally start to spend more time developing their digital persona than connecting to a strong community in person. As more and more energy is exchanged over the internet, the gatekeepers of proprietary technology will also extract more and more wealth from their user base. As access to nature diminishes, physical, mental, and spiritual health may steadily decline. Living an analog life will become too difficult, incentivizing extreme escapism from a bleak reality. Society is currently living in a sort of prequel to The Matrix, and that dystopian reality seems to be rapidly approaching. Number 6, the Satoshi Wallet. There's a lot of mystery and conjecture surrounding the creation of Bitcoin and the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. We can verify on the Bitcoin blockchain that Satoshi's massive 1 million Bitcoin wallet has not moved funds in over 10 years, leading many to believe that this stash of Bitcoin is effectively locked up permanently in a dead wallet, never to be accessed again. There's also the theory that this wallet is intentionally inactive to appreciate in value for the long haul. If this wallet is held by a shadow government or clandestine conglomerate, the wallet very well may remain dormant for decades. The caveat is, however, that after the global economy transitions to Bitcoin, this single whale of a wallet would hold immense power, possibly becoming the world's first trillionaire. In effect, the owner of this wallet could hold the entire economy for ransom, with the ability to dump massive amounts of Bitcoin on the market, permanently crushing everyone's portfolio valuations. This might not ever happen, but it remains a pocket wildcard possibility for as long as the wallet remains dormant. Number 7, Blackout Theory. On the extreme conspiracy side of the spectrum is Blackout Theory. The idea with Blackout Theory is that once paper money is worthless and all of society is cashless, a shadow government could intentionally disrupt the economy by shutting down the power grid, causing mass hysteria. If all your wealth is digitally stored in a cloud, a blackout would make you vulnerable. If you are unable to spend your digital savings, you must immediately find other means of survival. This apocalyptic scenario would lead to turf wars, with widespread panic leading to a smash and grab economy. Every man for himself, go get the resources you need to survive. While blackout theory is extremely alarmist and unlikely, it can never be ruled out indefinitely. While all 7 of these phases of dystopia might not come to pass anytime soon, it's important to understand the potential implications of a crypto economy operating within a surveillance state. And that's today's note.